figured it out how to do it, guys. So, okay, so you got to work a little bit harder when you're just dealing with your phone. Like I said, I don't have a computer, but I finally figured it out. Hey, everybody, today is Tuesday, June the 27th, 2023, and I hope everybody is having a blessed week. So today we're going to read from Hebrews chapter 13, and this will conclude the book of Hebrews. I'm going to try to stay on here as long as possible, but in case I may not be able to, because I got to head out. I've got to go to a doctor's appointment. So anyway, let's get started here. Hebrews chapter 13. Let brotherly love continue. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by doing so some have unwittingly entertained angels. Remember the prisoners as if chained with them, those who are mistreated, since you yourselves are in the body also. Marriage is honorable among all, and the bed undefiled, but fornicators and adulterers God will judge. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have. For he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, so we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Remember those who rule over you, who have spoken the word of God to you, whose fate follow, considering the outcome of their conduct. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Do not be carried about with various strange doctrines, for it is good that the heart be established by grace, not with the foods which have not profited those who have been occupied with them. We have an altar from which those who serve the tabernacle have no right to eat. For the bodies of those animals whose blood is brought into the sanctuary by the high priest, for sin are burned outside the camp. Therefore Jesus also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered outside the gate. Therefore let us go forth to him outside the camp, bearing his reproach. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek the one to come. Therefore by him let us continually offer the sacrifice of praise to God, that is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. But do not forget to do good and to share, for with such sacrifices God is well pleased. Obey those who rule over you, and be submissive, for they would watch out for your souls, as though who must give account. Let them do so with joy and not with grief, for that would be unprofitable for you. Oh, hi, Misha. Hi, Colleen. Glad you guys stopped in. I appreciate that. I'm finishing up Hebrews 13. Pray for us, for we are confident that we have a good conscience, in all things desiring to live honorably. But I especially urge you to do this, that I may be restored to you the sooner. Now may the God of peace, who brought up our Lord Jesus from the dead, that great shepherd of the sheep, through the blood of the everlasting covenant, make you complete in every good work, to do his will, working in you what is well pleasing in his sight, through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. And I appeal to you, brethren, bear with the word of exhortation, for I have written to you in a few words. Know that our brother Timothy has been set free, with whom I shall see you, if he comes shortly. Greet all those who rule over you and all the saints. Those from Italy greet you. Grace be with you all. Amen. All right, so I have a couple of excerpts. Good morning to you, you as well, Misha. Hey, Shangy girl, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate that. So I'm going to read the excerpts now from Hebrews 13. This one deals with verses 1 through 6. Love never fails. This is one reason I love this Bible, is because after you read the chapter, you can go back and read the excerpts and, gain a little bit more understanding, because the scriptures can be very difficult to understand. But pray for wisdom and God will give it to you, I promise. All right, love never fails. Jesus gave a simple command that applies to every situation. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The golden rule sums up love as an ethical cornerstone for life and puts into practice God's highest command to love him with all their heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. James called love the royal law, and Paul wrote that love was the supreme virtue of faith, hope, and love. It never fails. A similar theme appears in the book of Hebrews, having detailed the vast changes brought about by Christ's arrival. The author begins the book's last chapter by noting one thing that always stays the same: love. Our care for each other must continue. Here are several ways we can make that happen. One, show hospitality to strangers. Today, this might include immigrants, the homeless, and people of different ethnicity. Give me just a second, guys. I'm cooking Juliet's rice for her dog food. Give me just a second. Let me turn this off. Okay, I gotta put it on for an extra 5 minutes. I'm using a little 2-burner, little portable thing to cook on. I got me a Instapot, and I like it, but I'm still learning the things that you can cook in. I learned you could saute some onions and mushrooms in it, and I did. It was really, it didn't take no time. All right. Okay, so let's finish here. Remember prisoners. Prisoners fall into an unfortunate class of people who are easy to forget. But the principle of love says we should treat them as if we were chained with them. Be faithful in marriage. This goes beyond sexual fidelity to actively enriching one's marital relationship and building up one's partner. Be content. This is one that we get in a lot of trouble with, including me. This is a steep challenge to members of a modern culture, but with practice, we can exercise the right attitudes to money and possessions. That is so true. And in conclusion, Christ-like love is intensely practical. We can never claim that love is real in our lives if we do not see its concrete expressions. And basically, he's just saying, you can't claim that, you deal with people, in a loving manner if your actions display something else. Now, I will tell you guys, there's going to be times in your life that you just like, well, I don't feel very loving, and so that's the time to be quiet, me included. Yeah, I get frustrated, and then God has to set me back down. It's like, okay, regroup here. You don't keep your eyes on me. Don't get your eyes on the world, because I am the one who gives you your blessings, and I am the one who gives you peace and happiness. But see, that's a huge myth with Satan, is he wants you to think that you got to have this, that, and the other, and if you have all these things, or you have that job, or you have that relationship, you're going to marry this guy, or whatever it is, that's going to bring you happiness. But in the reality is that's a lie. The only happiness and peace comes from God. And and like I told y'all in the last video, when you get saved, don't think that okay, you're not going to have the wisdom of someone who's been saved for and in their Bible, who's been saved for 10 or 15 years. But then on the other hand, hey, Slim Twiggy, good morning, glad you dropped in. But then on the other hand, you can also have a Christian who has been saved 20 years, but they've never gotten into their word and, spent time with the Lord to grow spiritually. So they're the same as they were when they got saved. It doesn't mean they're unsaved. It just means they haven't grown spiritually. And as we grow spiritually, we're able to face the world, and we're able to do those things in which God, expects us to do with boldness and fearless. So, but before I get, guys, let me do the John 3:16. I believe that whatever we say, we speak into existence. And I know the scripture, but you know what? I do well if I read from something. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. All right, and then the Lord's Prayer. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. So, there's a few things that, well, one thing I wanted to mention to you guys, before I forget it, I wrote it on my notepad actually, Slim Twiggy, I did. Okay, I worked at an assisted living facility once, and everybody warned me about a certain lady. No one got along with her. I went in with the attitude to kill her with kindness. She was the most interesting. That's right. That's right. And I'll be honest, women to talk to, we became, that's awesome. See, because you know what? There's always going to be that person that just doesn't get into the group to gossip, and you know, because we learned if you let that stuff draw you in, it's hard. Next thing you know, you're like, okay, I'll just listen. But the next thing you know, you're in there gossiping too. I mean, we've all done it. I mean, we've all had those moments in our lives. You know, it's not that you've done it, but what did you learn from it, and did you grow from it? Juliet. Y'all, I gotta leave her with my daughter today. I gotta head out of here. Juliet, I gotta head out of here. I've got a doctor's appointment 2.5 hours away. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave her with my daughter, and she's really not spent a lot of time with her, but I can't leave her here because she barked the last time I left her here when I had to go to the doctor. I think it was last week. Anyway, but I've ordered her Juliet, I've ordered her a bark collar. Okay, guys, I don't normally drink sodas, but I was like, you know what, I want a soda, so instead of just buying one, I bought 12 of them, but anyway, I'm wet my throat. Anyway, you know, Colleen, that's the funniest thing that you mentioned that, because I've always been that person that I just didn't fit in. I literally, let's see, I gotta put my glass. Hey, Latoya Williams, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate that. Let me give you a wrench. Anybody else I didn't give a wrench to? Oh wait, Colleen, I hadn't gave you one. You'll have to tell me. All right, that should do it. So, Latoya, what you can do. That's the truth, isn't it? Because people are so interesting. So, Latoya, what you do is you click on, if you want to subscribe to other people's channels, it just makes it a lot easier instead of having to leave the stream and type in their name, which, I mean, I don't know whether you're on a computer or laptop. Is probably different with a laptop, but anyway, you could just click on each person's name and it'll say go to channel, and it'll let you go to the channel and subscribe. And I think it was, who told me, I want to say it was either Guru, maybe it was Guru that I figured that out. I don't remember, but I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. But yes, I've ordered her a bark collar, and you know, it'll probably be here in 2 or 3 days. But anyway, I'm gonna hope that works. I'm gonna try a little trial runs and see if it works. Now I wished I would have brought my blink monitor. You know, I could have set it up here in the house to check on her, and I could have, you know, I could have spoke through it to her. But anyway, in due time, so yeah, I've got to go gas up, drop her off at my daughter's. My doctor, actually, I'm gonna ask her today. She brings her dog to work. Now, my doctor, let me just say, I was like last night, I was like, this is sad, Machelle, but when you enjoy going, you're looking forward to going to the doctor so you can catch up with your, she's more like my friend, because I've been seeing her for like 7 or 8 years. She's just really, she's a nurse practitioner. She's just really down to earth. And I thoroughly go. I can't. We can't catch up completely. Um, yeah, you guys go to each other and now I'll tell you what they say. What Guru said. Guru said that you should go to their channel, listen to 2 of their videos, and comment and comment on both of them, and then go subscribe. But I don't know. Sometimes I forget to do. Sometimes I forget to do that. See that I think this is awesome. Like all of us little YouTube channels, which you guys much further ahead than me. But hey, I made it to 200. I'm actually at 213 this morning. But all of us YouTube channels are growing together. I try my best to listen to the live streams. Like Rita's Roost last night, I tried, but I had other things I had to get busy with. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, so I'm going to go see my doctor now. I haven't seen her since December last year because I went to Virginia with my daughter, and so she probably thinks I hope Michelle's okay. I know that after the hurricane, her and her, I guess you call it, is a nursing assistant, Todd. They know me, and so yeah, they were like wondering if I was okay after the hurricane. I thought, well, that's very, very sweet. So anywho, yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. I may not be able to stay on here an hour today because, like I said, I got to get busy. I had to cook her rice to make her dog food. I don't know what's going on with her belly, but I will tell you this, though. You know what, y'all? I set the clock for 5 minutes. I forgot to hit start. Let me go check on the rice. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, it's not, all the water's not, which I put extra water in it. But I was watching you make that meatloaf yesterday, Slim Twiggy, and I was like, well, she's got a different air fryer. My daughter has one, and she's like, just me, do I want it? It just has a little thing in it, like a basket. And I told her, yeah, but it's not like yours, so I don't think I could bake stuff in it. I don't know, maybe I can. But anyway, so the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, oh, that's a good idea. Plain Greek yogurt. I honestly though, I've taken her off of the dog food. I'm kind of learning as I go here with Juliet. Because there's nothing that she does that I usually don't see unless I've left her. You know, like today I got to leave her with my daughter, but I'm actually kind of learning. She loves raw red meat. We figured that out, and I know yeah, I have pumpkin. And yes, you're exactly right. I can puree, and I do. Or sometimes I just take it and just mix it in with whatever it is that I'm giving her. Like I'll take a half of oh, you said pumpkin. I'm thinking sweet potato. Ah, that's a good idea. Pumpkin puree. I'll write that down. But I follow this guy over on YouTube who's I think he's from Canada. His name is, the name of the channel is Veterinarian Secrets. So, Juliet. So, okay, so I got off track here. So I wanted to mention to you, Juliet, come here, baby. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Come here. It's okay, baby. Whoa. It's all right. But there's a movie coming out July the 4th, 2023, and it is, and Jim Caviezel, he stars in the movie, and he's the actor for Tim Ballard with Underground Railroad. Have a great day, Colleen. Stay safe and have a great day. Granny filming again. I'm glad you caught it. Good to see you. Let me make you a moderator too. Now, not everybody does this, but I just thought it's a great idea because you can just click on the other people's name, which is great. Oh, wait. Michelle, I don't have you as a moderator. Okay, there you go. Yes, so go ahead and get your tickets. If you can't go, buy tickets for your neighbors or whoever, because it's good to see you too, Granny filming again. Like I said, y'all go to each other's channels and subscribe. But no, this movie, from what I understood, they've been trying to put this movie out for 3 years. And of course, the enemy has hit them at every direction possible. But, and I hear this a lot with people. I hear this, I don't want to know what's going on regarding, they just don't want to know. And I don't think that's a good idea to approach it that way, because we all need to be educated. We all need to, be looking out for not only our children, but our neighbors' children, just children in general. But, so it's coming out on July the 4th, which I think is very ironic. It's our Independence Day. But I'm looking forward to it. But if you can't afford to buy the tickets, you can get tickets for free. I think you have to go to angelstudio.com, and you can go there also to buy your tickets for the movie theater here. My daughter, Amber, my oldest daughter, she asked her yesterday, could she go with me? And she said yes. So I got her going, and hopefully my son, he will go, I don't know, I've got to ask him again. But y'all, last night, so my son calls me. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and that's unusual for him to call me at 9 o'clock at night. And he called, and we chatted for probably about a good 45 minutes to an hour. He was on evening shift at work. And it just blessed my heart so much, because I don't hardly ever hear from them, even though we live in the same town. And I try not to pressure them, because, it is what it is. They got their lives and they're busy. But anyway, I hardly ever hear from my son. And I only have one son. And so it was really good. I got to talk with him last night. I enjoyed our conversations. But yeah, he was talking to me about his blood pressure, or he's having these episodes where, he just can't focus. He can't see straight. And then one time he said he was seeing double. I was telling him, well, don't let them throw you on blood pressure medicine, because they will. And some of that stuff's just not good for us. The side effects, especially people like me, I'm very, very sensitive to medications. I'm very sensitive to like the dyes and stuff like that, perfumes, things like that. But I've always wondered, I'm like, so I have to take thyroid daily. This is something I do not understand, because I'm not a chemist or a physicist. Anyway, so I take Synthroid every day because I have to, because I don't have a thyroid gland. But how do they extract? I don't understand how they extract stuff from. From what I understand, it comes from a pig's, I guess, thyroid gland. I don't know, but I'm like, well, how do they know how much this, that, and the other? It's just a little bit perplexing. And at the same time, I'm thinking, I'm not sure if what they're telling us and what they're doing is. Well, a lot of it, I'm almost certain, like I told y'all the other day. Just like when you go for a diagnostic test, the radiology reads it. but when he reads it, it's not factual, like, okay, this is concrete what's going on. It's all subjective. And it's what he sees when he looks at it. You can give it to another radiologist, or even good doctors know how to, they know how to read these scans and x-rays. You can give it to another one, and they may see something that the first one sees. So, I mean, it just kind of, it just speaks volumes for itself. But anyway, I will tell y'all this, that I wish to God, even though I somehow I feel like I'm natural hawthorn is good for blood pressure. Okay, well, I'll tell him that. Let me write that down. Yeah, he's like me. My oldest daughter, she's kind of, she does a little bit more research, but on holistic things. So I'll tell him. Okay, good for blood. Because I don't know, she just likes, research and stuff like that. Mish, a lot of people need to go all natural, absolutely. So it's good for the blood pressure. Anyway, and because it's just anyway. My daughter, I get lost in what I'm saying. My daughter, my oldest daughter, I told her, I was like, you should start your YouTube channel, and just, if you don't do anything but, go on there and do shorts and, of holistic ways to, treat different ailments. It was like I was telling my son last night, I was like, I honestly believe that there is everything that we need to treat any ailments or stuff is right here. God gave it all to us. Because God wouldn't create us to not be successful. I mean, because it goes against everything He is. And He is, He's a just God. It's just, for us, we've been told all the wrong stuff, for so many years. Like, you need a doctor to do this, you need a doctor to do that. I mean, there's literally so many holistic ways to treat most everything. Well, actually, I believe there is everything. And whenever I should start to delve in and try to find a holistic, in fact, I'm going to ask my doctor today, a holistic approach to my thyroid replacement. Because, you guys, I believe totally, like, a lot of these medications, for instance, a lot of these antidepressants that they have people on, they have side effects which cause people to be somewhat manic, have episodes of outburst of anger, weight gain, just about every side effect that you could think of, it's listed. And even though we cannot hold pharmaceutical accountable for vaccines, those medications we can. Yes, what did you say? You said start with the diet when it comes to BP. I've seen those symptoms come from too much Mountain Dew. It was as simple as that. That's true. Well, he said I told him this about 2 months ago. I was like, do not stop drinking those energy drinks. They're not good for you. And you're right. Too much caffeine will do that. Also, like I told him, anxiety. That's why exercise is great for our anxiety. It really does help us. And exercise is great for a slew of different things. But no, somebody was saying this about antidepressants, and we're having all these people, these young adults, who are sitting inside. They don't get outside. They don't get the vitamin D that they need anyway. And, unfortunately, it's causing a lot of mental health problems. So we're having these people that are, just going manic and shooting up, places and stuff like that. They want to take our guns. Well, what they need to do is they really need to reel in the prescribing of medication. Back some time before, doctors were very, very leery about prescribing you medications, especially like an antibiotic. And now here we are. You can go to the doctor and say, my tooth hurt, or my finger hurts, and they'll give you something. Literally, they've been bought out by pharma. It's sad, not all of them, but a lot of them. It was really, really sad. That's why I told my son last night, I really, when I find a good doctor, I try to stay with them because they're hard to come by. Yes, my friend's nephew got shot twice. Oh my. I'm telling you, it's not good. It's really not. I would tell anybody, try an alternative approach. But you know what, you guys, if you really think about it, these people who are trying to take the world over and form a new world order and have dominance over all of us. I meant to say. Did he, is he okay, Slim Twiggy? Yeah, that's not good. Have to remember him in our thoughts and prayers. Oh, wow. I wonder, where was this at in the United States? All I know is some of the blue run cities, like Detroit, all these places, New York, even New York. Oh no. That's horrible. We'll have to keep him in our prayers. But yeah, we got young kids, killing one another. But if you look at some of these people, these far-leaning left liberals, if you can see it in their eyes. I think it starts out with, they put them on this medication, they say they're depressed, and and all they're doing is pushing medications for big pharma. But I forgot what I was saying about these people who are trying to put us under a one world governance. Oh, okay, that's fine. They, they don't care about people. They don't care about our well-being because you know what? They own the media. They own the pharmaceutical. They own the doctors. They even own the lawyers. They own the justice system. I'm telling you, it's really, really bad. And whenever you see them trying to legalize or to normalize pedophilia, it's a sad, sad state that we're in. Oh, okay, and Georgia, yeah, probably near Atlanta, I would bet. Yeah, that's a Guru. Guru, he's near Atlanta. Yeah, it's really, really sad. Yeah, you're right. But I think like they want to put all these people on medication, one, to keep us sick, because then they keep us sick, they keep the medical industry going. It's became just a horrible, horrible, vicious cycle. I bet you I didn't hit. Let me go check that rice again. I forgot. Of course it was done. Anyway, let's see, what time is it, guys? So it's 10:34. I pretty much got everything ready to go. I just have to pack my little cooler. Already made my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yes, I cook white rice in with brown rice, and then I use that. Also, I use coconut oil, but he said the one also to use sunflower oil because they do need, I guess, that oil for their diet. But yeah, she's spoiled. She eats better than me, literally. Oh, hey, Gigba. Yes, I am. I'm cooking for my Miss Juliet. I try to cook like a big pot of rice up, and then I take it and put it either in usually I put it in a big bowl. And then every day I'll just kind of scoop her out like a half a cup. But she wants to eat like 3 times a day. Yeah, hey, they give such unconditional love. How can you not? Oh, but not back, Slim Twiggy, back to y'all. Is it fate? Okay, wait. I'm thinking. Okay, maybe it's not. Let me give you a wrench, Fate. Fate takes you far. Hold on just a second. You'll have to remind me. There you go. Now you can just click on anybody else, and they will, and you can just go. It takes you straight to their channel. You don't have to type in their name and all that. And you can still listen while you go too. I just minimize my screen on YouTube when I'm on a live stream. I go straight to their channel and subscribe. But yeah, they are. Dogs are such a blessing. Mine, she's a mess. She really is. She's very, very protective over me too. Now she's gotten to where she goes to the back door, and the minute I let her out, I think she thinks she's defending me against these lizards. All right, Granny. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, you said be right back. All right, no problem. Yes, they are such a blessing. But yes, so now her thing is, she's protecting me from the little lizards outside. It's just so funny. She is so funny. But anyway, I was also saying from Twiggy, my doctor, she brings her dog to the doctor. So I'm gonna ask her, can I bring Juliet next time? Because I would love for her to go along with me. It's like a 2.5 hour drive. Yeah. So, and I don't, Faith, I don't know if you know this, but there's the movie Sound of Freedom is coming out July the 4th. So, if you haven't seen it, or make sure you just go see it, and also take a friend, take a family member, take them whatever. Whoever you can get there, take them. My wolf dog is like that. Oh yeah, they're so fun. Your dogs are gorgeous, especially your wolf dog. The hair on his markings is just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, lizards, believe it or not. Yet the other day, she seen a cat across the street, and she took off. She took off. You're welcome. And because she's going across the road, I'm always afraid that she's going to get hit by a car. That's the other reason why I decided to go ahead and get the collar, the bark collar, because I don't, I just die if something happened to her. But yeah, okay, you guys, I made it 38. Can I make it another 20 minutes? What do you guys want to talk about? Miss Rita on Rita's Roost, I could just listen to her all day long. I love the way she just has such a sweet, angelic spirit about her, but also the way she talks. She's just a sweetheart. But yeah, there's quite a few on here I enjoy listening to. It's just kind of funny because we all come from different walks of life. Some of those ladies are funny. Yeah, they are. She's a mess. But that, what? Sometimes I think, why can't she? Because she just, Miss Rita, she just literally, she works hard, but she does it with such a, wait, hold on. What to believe anymore? Sad time of affairs. Okay, Granny, no problem. I'm not sure what you're referencing, Faith, but if you tell me, I'll be happy to highlight it. If you're talking about like the condition of our country, but not just our country, the world, it is really difficult to know what to believe and what not to believe, but I'll tell you what I have come to the understanding of, and that is if the media is attacking, especially your mainstream media, if they're attacking a person, for instance, Tucker Carlson, Dinesh D'Souza, let's see, some of the big, you know, Trump Jr., there's more, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. If they're coming after them and they're trying to paint them in a bad picture, then most likely they're on our side. That's really sad, but I mean, I'm 2 years into this and really following the political world really closely, and I mean, now it's so predictable what they do. You know, when something comes out, that's why if somebody is on our side trying to make the world a better place and trying to, be respectful and caring for all humanity, those are the ones that they're coming after. And it's really sad. But like I said, it's all, if we look at it from a broader lens, it's all to do with the love of money. Oh, okay, Faith. But you're right, though. In general, it is hard. It's very hard to know who to believe and who not to believe. I mean, because you got people out there I don't know if the earth is flat or round. I have no idea, and I may die one day and still not have the answer to that. I will tell you, though, like with NASA, I've always wondered, it's always been in the back of my head, I'm like, now how in the world could they do that? So, because if you've ever rode on an airplane, you know how your ears will get, like, they need to pop? It's the same thing if I used to dive. Same thing if you dive. You have to go down in increments and let your body adjust because the pressure will get so bad. So I'm thinking to myself, how in the world did they go to the moon? I don't know. I kind of think that, maybe it was just a gimmick, and who knows? I may be right or I may be wrong. But what they do is they're so busy trying to get us distracted on flat Earth versus, round Earth. All these different things, so that we don't have our eyes on what's really important, and that is what's going on at our southern border, what's going on regarding child trafficking and things of that nature. It's just really, and the other issue is, like, they're trying to normalize pedophilia, and that's just not going to go. That's not going to happen. Okay, Faith. Thank you. It's not going to happen. There's too many of us Christians out there. It's not going to happen. But I will say this. It's so easy to get caught up in what's going on in the political world that we kind of take for granted the things that are taking place that are good. And I'll just say this, like Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court took it off the federal level and sent it back to the states, and now states are beginning to ban, abortion after, I think it's like 12 weeks. And that's a start. We can do better, but that's a start. The other thing is, people do not realize how much there is going on regarding our voting process. We have to secure our votes. If we don't, we're going to continually be in this perpetual downfall in which the government gains more and more power, and then more and more of our constitutional rights and Bill of Rights and liberties are taken from us. It's not going to happen overnight, but I do believe that us becoming aware of how bad it was the key to this pivotal movement within our country. Things are taking place. I promise y'all, things are taking place, and it's just we can't be lax. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying like You know, you still got to live your life. You still got to work. You still got to take care, be with your family and take care of them. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, we can educate people by, you know, having that conversation with one another. People that, you know, that may not have access to internet or whatever, but you know, they're still interested in what's going on in the world, especially in the United States, within our political arena, and on other issues as well. You know, of course, like, okay, for instance, this is how the media, so the media is attacking, you know, our new speaker. It's been said he's basically the male version of Pelosi. Well, and see, that was the other thing. So we had Roe v. Wade taken back and sent back to the state level and out of the federal hands. And then also we forced Pelosi, she had to give up that seat. But also, guys, you got to remember, we got people that's been in Congress for years who have either resigned or just completely disappeared. And, you know, the Durham report last week, that was an eye-opener for us. I believe that I believe that we need to defund the FBI, and it needs to be done away with, and we need to rebuild something. We need to rebuild other agencies, because when the corruption gets so bad and so widespread, to try to deal with it, you know, by heads of departments and stuff like that, it can be just too complex, and it would benefit the people more if they would just do away with those agencies, regroup, and we could restart and get agencies who are, you know, accountable and transparent to the American people. Of course, you know, in that, you got people. I'm not saying that everybody in the FBI or the DOJ are bad people. I'm not saying that, but I am saying this: if you stood by and you allowed this stuff to happen, this corruption, and you didn't speak up, well, you're just as guilty as they are. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but it's God's honest truth. So, you know, it's just too important. We have to have a law and order in this country. And you can't have law and order if we, the people, are not comfortable with who are our gatekeepers. I guess that's a good word to say, gatekeepers. I mean, in all honesty, we have to have confidence in our judicial system. So you know, if y'all haven't seen that testimony by Durham, I encourage you to go watch it, because it's quite an eye-opener. I listen to it throughout the day, and I, you know, comment in between, but yeah, it's definitely worth going to listen. Oh, and then the little thing that went down to through the Titanic. Go to the Hodge twins on YouTube, because I was dying laughing. You guys, they were talking about how it was built. It was built with your local hardware parts, and it had a game controller. I guess that was representing how they controlled whatever. They only had one button, but they were there. It was hilarious. So, but what I drew from that was all these things. I think these things are coming up in our news to like shake us awake. Thank you, Slim Twiggy. I appreciate it. Hey, do you do a YouTube? Do you do a live stream every day? Because I could have swore I have my notifications on for everybody. I'm gonna go look real quick. I hope you have a blessed day too, sweetie. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, okay. I was like, well, have I missed it? I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Have a great day. Love you. But I think these things and the absurdity of it's letting us know that, hey, we want your attention. These are the things, I forget the name of the company, but these are the things that we need to be aware of, because we need to rein in the wasteful spending. And so whenever the issue with that thing that went down to the Titanic, I think that was just our whoever's doing this way of showing us these people are getting government grants and they're not using the money for what they said they would do. Hey, Guru. I'm great. How are you today? I appreciate you stopping in. You are so sweet. I got like 10 more minutes. I got to go to the doctor today. That's good. I think each of us are truly blessed. Bye, Slim Twiggy. Have a great day. Yes, so I think these things are coming in, like I said, I think these things are coming to light because I think we need to see them, and we need to know just how deep and widespread the corruption is. Now, knowing it and not holding people accountable, like I've always said, transparency and accountability, they go hand in hand. If you have one without the other, it's just, it makes no difference. It's moot. It is no benefit. You got to have one with the other, transparency and accountability. And I do believe that things are happening more so in the background. We're just not hearing a lot of it because of mainstream media. They're like I said before, they take a little bit of the truth and then add a whole lot of false, and that's how they build their stories. And there's no coincidence. That's why Tucker Carlson, he had to stay true to who he was, and that is to, speak the truth regardless. But I will tell y'all. So we found out on the J6 videotapes, because we've been screaming for those. And if you guys haven't signed up for Truth Social, I encourage you to do so. That the FBI is the ones holding up the release of those surveillance videos. Now, it just, you don't have to be a smart person to understand why would they not want us to have those videos? Well, my guess is, and probably the most likely, because those videos would incriminate them, But I saw Face of America. She put up a video of apparently some patriots and how these people came up with masks on and stuff. Well, they got sent back. They got sent down the road packing, and they ripped some of their face coverings off to reveal who they were. Some people say it's, I don't know, it's the feds or what, but yeah. Anyway, for the most part, guys, we just have to keep praying for this country and keep educating, just keep telling the truth. You put the truth out there, it doesn't need to be defended. You speak it, and it defends itself. And that's why I don't go into I don't argue politics. That's one thing about me. Now, I have gotten quite frustrated with somebody one time before, but that's beside the point. But, we don't need to argue for the truth. The truth will defend itself. And, just keep pressing forward, keep giving the truth out there. And because we've got to get our country back, or we're going to lose the best country in the world, because we are the shining light and the beacon. We haven't been for a while, but this is the last stop to true freedom, is this country. And those are the very things that they're trying to take from us, is our constitutional rights and liberties. So, my Juliet, she's chewing on the box. What you doing? Y'all see her, what are you doing? Juliet, what are you doing? What you doing? What are you chewing on, huh? Y'all, she's gaining weight, and that's good. I got 6 more minutes. Come on, we can talk about something for 6 more minutes. But hey, you know what? I have found to be so interesting is on YouTube. I didn't even know this stuff existed. But you know, you got some YouTube channels, they're playing games. Uh, yes, but God. Yep, that's right. God, I will tell you this. God's hand is at work in this country and throughout the world. This is like a huge, it's awakening people, you know. But not only that, it's, you know, Christians are beginning to rise up, and you know, just understand, not everybody who says that they're a Christian are a Christian. Just like, you know, you got you got people in all walks of life that pretend to be something they're not. So always, you know, follow your heart, follow the nudging from the Holy Spirit when He tells you something. Listen. And that's been my biggest mistake, is not listening when I felt deep inside that, okay, something ain't right about this, or, you know, I probably should wait and pray about this, and, you know, wait for God for the answer. That's another issue. We get ahead of Him, and we make a mess out of something that could have been great. I know I've done it many a times. I can't believe I'm almost made it. 4 more minutes. Do y'all want to talk about something? Jeez. Oh, so I will tell y'all this. So I was talking to my son last night. You know, and they got young kids, and you're working a full-time job, and it just seems like, you know, you don't have enough of yourself to go around. You know, it can get quite frustrated. But I will tell you this: if you take out the time every day, I'm guilty. I go through my phases, just like yesterday. I don't know. I'm trying to shake it off. I'm just kind of in that this stage of right now. I'm trying to figure out this next chapter of my life, and I'm asking for God's guidance. But it's so important for us to, you know, feed our spirit, because if we don't, the world out there will be happy to chew us up and spit us out. Yep, you're right. God only. God is, you know, He's. I tell y'all, He really has done great things for me in my life. I don't think I would be here today had it not been for Him. You know, because, and even as a Christian though, you still go through things. You know, the devil say, you know what? Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. So that's what I was going to say to you guys. You know, God has a sense of humor, because, in all honesty, I didn't want to start a YouTube channel. I really didn't. Because I don't like my picture taken, and I don't like being on video. And so when I started, I was like, well, you know, it was Doug TenNapel in Exile. That's another YouTuber I followed, because he stays kind of connected to the political aspect of things. But you know, he encouraged all of his listeners, you know, start a YouTube channel. Now I'm understanding why. It's because a lot of the news that I get is from grassroots people, not the mainstream media. I trust them more than I do, you know, the mainstream media, because they're mainstream media. They are bought by these elites that control everything. They control the banks. They control big pharma. They control the media. These are the ones who are wanting to have a one world domination, and to eliminate us bottom feeders, as they call us, you know, useless eaters. But you know what? God has a different plan for us, and the God we serve, He says, no, you can only come so far, and then He puts the line, you can't go any farther. Those are my children. And, you know, it's just it's like a huge, vicious, nasty circle of people who they hate freedom, they hate our rights, they want to take away our rights and our freedoms, and they have no respect for person or humanity. And that's why, you know, I guess when you get so much money and that doesn't make them happy, and we all know that, you know, that's when the evil begins to take hold, and a lot of them are very evil. There are those elites that use God in a very unkind way. Exactly. Okay, Granny, thank you. All right, well, guys, I'm about, okay, well, hey, here's the countdown, 1 minute left. Y'all are so sweet to hang with. And if I talk about stuff redundantly from the last video, don't be upset with me. Thank you, Misha. I appreciate it. Usually when I have to travel like that, I just sort of got, just put on my praise and worship music. I listen to K-Love. And that's when I kind of do some deep thinking, deep conversations with the Lord. Unfortunately, that I can't jot them down when I'm driving, but I'll be honest with you, those are some of the times I have a lot of deep thought. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry you're not feeling good, Misha. Misha, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Oh, bless your heart. Well, I pray that you get to feeling better. Keep you in our thoughts and our prayers. All right, Faith. Faith takes you far. Have a blessed day too. One of the reasons I like this journal so much was the old video when you were doing Uber deliveries and trying to drive. I watched because I was scared you were going to crash. Oh, you're so sweet, Miss Jeff. I appreciate that. It's probably not a good idea, but yeah, it's I should just, like today I'm thinking about I'll put my video recorder on and I'll just video the trip if I do that, like a live stream or something. But the other problem is I can't listen to my music though if I do that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta get Juliet, and we gotta hop in the car. I gotta take her to my daughter's, and I gotta hit the road. I gotta gas up as well. Everybody, have a blessed day, and thank you so much for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. Love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. I do construction, and I really need to stay off my... Oh, okay. Well, yes, be safe, mister. Please be safe. Yeah, it's not good to be on your phone when you're driving. You're absolutely right. Well, I love y'all. Have a great day. Bye.